Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Let's go, team.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
93. 93. Check, check, 59. Let's go. Mike 59.
On 2nd and 9, Carr got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown, 52 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check, check.
Throwing again. Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Carr now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now some confusion offensively here as Carr's going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Right now. Lady. You want this? He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up.
To throw his Carr. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Carr gives to Richard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard taking it in. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Situation. Let's go.
Working from the gun, Mahomes on target over the middle to Hill. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, and it's 3rd and 4. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. He is going to find Hill here. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. Mahomes to throw once more. Caught, Kelsey, left side. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is caught by Watkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Defense was expecting run, and their delta pass of over 15 yards. And again, it's Mahomes.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time,
This is caught at the 20. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the gun, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Hey, 734. Get him. Hey, wahoo. Hey, 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Okay, just like that. Just like that.
To throw again. Carr. Being chased out left. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And going deep for Hill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, exit. Got three. Three down. Three down. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. You go see.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Forced out to his left, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, first down. Mahomes now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. The extra point up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Bashaud Breeland, the one that got him down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Throwing his car on third down. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on fourth down. They do go for it. It's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Davian Williams. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Carr to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. They go with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, 39 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, baby. Turn it over. Get that ball.
Mahomes now on first down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
I know he ain't got it.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Shotgun now for Carr. Man open left side is Brown. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Carr, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Well, they took a shot there and tried to get it downfield, 4th quarter tie game.
Tried to get it in one chunk, didn't they? Wanted to get into field goal range, as you noted, but good reactions back deep, forcing the incompletion.
Check. Silver.
On 3rd down, Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. This is Richard. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Let him know.
Now Carr. Oh no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. Here's High, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Nice job by Juan Thornhill there to get a hand in and break up the play. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off.
And that's caught inside the 30. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Carlson now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This fielded at the 2. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it.
And this is going to be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Not that time for Watkins.
At the 49-yard line.
Now, 180. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Come on, now, let's go.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. First throw of overtime for Carr. Oh, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Mahomes dropping one to Williams here. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they said, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
On second and a couple, Mahomes. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.